Okay, don't tell anybody, but I've got a secret for you. The Canonical system is broken. Oh my gosh, I hope you're sitting down. Hang on for just a second. I'm going to take care of some things. Okay, now it's just us. All right, well, this is what I wanted to tell you today, is the Canonical system is broken, the attribution part of the system. And I'll explain what that is if you don't know. And I'm going to give you a bunch of information. It'll be short, and then I'll come back probably later today. So, if you don't know who I am a frontline SEO. My name is Carolyn Holzman. Been in SEO since 2009. I was one of the original testers with Kyle Roof in 2015. Previously, head of on-page at various agencies when I decided to take a break from my own, and now have created a forensic SEO consulting agency where I get to do the things I love. And I am host of Confessions of an SEO podcast, and some people like it. So what do? All right. I figured out what the helpful content system targets and what it measures. I know that is a bold claim. It was a bold claim when I first published it in the middle of April. It has been validated by the Google leak that came out this week. You know, I was really trying to confirm all of this before I opened my mouth about this, but seeing that basically everything that I said in the analysis and the guide and description of what helpful content targets was confirmed by that Google leak. I have two new favorite terms. What is it? Site radius, topical site radius. All right. So there'll be a link in the description if you would like to get your hands on that. It's still available. I run continuous indexation tests. Currently, I'm in day 993, which means in a week it'll be 1,000 days. And I have spoken at SEO conferences in the US and Europe, and next month in Canada at the Entity Elevation Summit. I will put a link in the description. Now, that was me, but what is here for you, right? I have a write-up available. It's in plain English, very easy to understand. If you have been in SEO for a minute or two, it's going to make sense. And it's priced at a name your own price. Okay, I just wanted to make sure there was no barrier to everybody getting the information that they need to have. It is that important. Yes, I run a business, but I'm also a human. So if you saw increase in impressions last spring and we're like, yay, and then you suffered high impression and traffic losses, and I'm sure revenue losses in the fall, boo, I can tell you what happened. And I can tell you it wasn't your fault. So hang in there. All right, so in a nutshell, the historical treatment, how we have been taught and told and reminded how Google handles the canonical, is no longer in play. It is broken. And specifically, if you are using table of content plugins for your content, all of those jump links began to index as separate pages, even if you set the canonical tag. Please understand, I am not saying you did anything wrong. Okay? If you set the canonical tag and you use the thing, you did what you were supposed to, you did what you were told. Now, this is maybe a new piece of information for some, but Google's system where they store all of our content, all of our data in protocol buffers. So it's how they handle the history of our pages. Each one of those jump link generated pages is technically, if the canonical is broken, each one of those jump links is a page, and it's technically duplicate content. So in other words, we have multiple URLs on the same domain that lead to the same content. That's the textbook definition of duplicate content. I know it's a lot to take in. I'm going to go and we're going to do some pictures. All right. So normally, this is an image of normally what the Canonical system would see, they would see your main page, and let's say there's just 3 jump links on your page, but what I've seen, people are doing 10, 12, 13, 14, 50, but for the sake of space, let's use 3. All of those jump links have characteristics. They might have backlinks, they might have clicks, they might have traffic, but normally everything that they had that was going for them got swooshed over into the Canonical page or the main page. This is like, the slash at the end of that URL. Okay, that's the Canonical. Actually, that's kind of what we say for the home page. But when it's working, all of the good juice is attributed to that main URL. So effectively, that whole set of all of those pages, the Canonical and all the jump link pages, they're sort of unified and seen as one set, not individual pages. Now, currently, that's not how it's working. It's no longer unifying all of the pages for Google to see it as one. Each URL is developing its own history, impressions, clicks, as if it were a completely separate page of content, which it is not. So you understand why it's bad is that now there's a lot of pages that are considered the same content. Now, this is where it intersects into the helpful content system. It was never a good thing, okay? And it was always treated as if it was happening, it's because we didn't set the Canonical, all right? Well, I'm here to tell you that all of these pages in a helpful content environment are being classified through the classifier, are being tagged as unhelpful content. And you really should get the guide to understand why I do not like that term unhelpful, because it doesn't help us understand what helpful content is. And I go through all of that in the guide and offer alternative descriptions. But in this case, duplicate content is not considered helpful content and gets tagged as such. So this is not good for sites that are getting killed because the helpful content says, all of these pages are not helpful. So here's where you can get the write-up. It's you can see the bit.ly link, fix the damn Canonical. It'll take you to Gumroad. You can download the PDF, and here's an example of one of the images in there to kind of let you know, like, is this what your site looks like? If you go from April 2023 all the way through April 2024. So chances are you have your pages, the Canonical set, you've got jump links, getting impressions in Search Console, you've suffered catastrophic loss, and you've done exactly what you were told to do by setting the Canonical tag. All right. So, but does this really impact your site, right? Like, this is kind of, it all comes back to what's impacting us. So ask yourself the question, are you using table of contents on your pages, on your sites? Have you seen this loss of impression, clicks, and traffic between that time period? And if yes, I'm going to show you how to confirm it yourself. You do not have to believe me. All right, we're going to go step by step. You go to Search Console, not Google Analytics, Search Console. Find your site, go to Performance, click on Search Results. Then you're going to set the dates. Go to select the last 16 months and click Apply. The reason you want to collect 16 months of data is that every day we take more to get this fixed is more time when you'll not be able to see this data if you're looking for it. So even though you can't see it in Search Console, doesn't mean it isn't going to impact your site because the Canonical is broken. All right, now you're going to go click that plus sign right next to the dates after you get it set and go to Page, and then it'll open up a dialog box and you select URLs containing and just type in the hashtag mark. If you see a list of URLs that all contain that little jump link hashtag, you can now see what's been holding you back. Now, this is another image from the report. And yes, if you're looking at that and going, man, it looks like the jump link URLs are outranking the canonical, you are correct. That is not normal. So what if you're somebody who was like, I already suspected the table of contents, I took it off and nothing happened? Well, what you don't know is that until the canonical system is fixed, the history of those pages is contained within Google's protocol buffers. They still have the history. So taking off table of content and getting your now what you think is a singular page recrawled is not sufficient. Necessary, but not sufficient. What is? Well, like I said, the bad news is the canonical system is broken because neither you nor I control it. We can't fix it ourselves. If we could, we would, right? But the good news is we know who does and who can. So you have a choice to make. These are your sites and your businesses. If you were driving yourself crazy and you weren't sure what was wrong, now you know. What can you do? We need to message Google, every department, any department, and if we use social media, we can help amplify each other's messages by using the hashtag #FixTheDamnCanonical. Yes, I live in Texas. They say fix the damn grid. I say fix the damn canonical. Now, everything I'm sharing with you, I do not know if Google did this intentional, if Google is unaware of it, or if Google is aware of it and doesn't know what to do or doesn't feel motivated to fix it. But I think that they have that luxury because they don't know that we know. Now they will. So watch this space. If you want to learn more about how the Helpful Content System works, you can purchase the Decoding Google's Helpful Content System. I'll put the link in the description. And to get your copy, which I highly suggest you get, read, download, you pay anything you want for it. You can even pay nothing, but get it in your own hands, read it, and look at your sites. If you need to reach me, you can find me on Facebook. You can also contact me through AmericanWayMedia.com and on Twitter. Thanks, and take a break. I'll be back. I'll try and be back a little bit later today.